and welcome back once again to this video tutorial. Today we're going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 11, index number. So in this topic we're going to discuss the meaning of index number, and also we are going to discuss about the different methods used for constructing index numbers. And then I'll first tell you the different methods, and after which we will start solving the sums. So let us learn what index number is. And while I go ahead and explain, I want you also to take out your textbook and open page number 320. So an index number is a percentage ratio, of price, quantities, or values comparing two time periods or 2 points in time. So it is very useful. We can say that index number is a very useful or statistical tool for measuring changes in a value of a variable or a group of related variables with respect to time, geographical location, or other characteristics. Clear? So here there are different methods to calculate index number. You can refer page number 322 there. So price indexes, there are two types: unweighted indexes and weighted indexes. So under unweighted we have a simple, that is, So under unweighted indexes, we have simple price index, or you say price relative index. You can say simple price index or price relative index. So in a question, if you're asked to calculate simple price index, then or price relative index, then you have to use the formula to calculate this. Now the formula to calculate price relative price index or price relative index is very simple. That is current year unit price of a commodity divided by base year unit price of a commodity. So here price relative, the formula is current year price, current year unit price of a commodity divided by the base year. Base year unit price of a commodity. Unit price of a commodity multiplied by 100. So this is the formula to calculate price relative. So to shorten it, you can write P1 divided by P0 into 100. Every time you see this 1 and 0, so 1 is denoting the current year, be it price. If you see P1, it is talking about the price, and in other formulas you will also find Q1, and that is quantity. So if it is P1, it is talking about the current year price. If it is PO or P0, it is talking about the base year. Clear? So this is how we calculate price relative index. The formula is very simple here. The second one is aggregate price index or composite price index. The second one is aggregate price index. So the formula to calculate this is, I'm not going to write it in like full form. I'll just give you this the formula to calculate it. So you can write here, that is aggregate, that is P01, that is the price index, is equal to sigma P1 divided by sigma PO or P0 into 100. So this is the formula to calculate the aggregate price index. The third one is average price relative index. So once I'm done with the formula, we'll start calculating the sums. So the third one is average price relative index. Relative index. So the formula to calculate this is P01 is equal to sum of P1 by P0 into 100 divided by N. So here N is referring to the number of commodities. So it is referring to the number of commodities. Okay? Alright. So there are again different formula to calculate weighted index number. But however, we will first learn some of the sums from simple price index, aggregate price index, and average price relative index, and then we'll start calculating the second price indexes, that is the weighted index number. Clear? So this all formulas that we have talked about is all falls under unweighted indexes. Okay, let me just write down here. Alright, so under this there are three methods to calculate. One is simple price index, the second one is aggregate price index, and the third one is average price relative index. Cool. Now let us learn some of the sums from the textbook. So I want you to open page number 340 and let's solve some sums from here. So the question number 1, if you see practical questions number 1, it says from the following data calculate price index for 2014 using 2017 as base year by simple aggregate method. Now every time whenever it in the question, if the base year is given, then you have to use that base year to calculate the price index. Okay, and if the base year is not given, then you will use the later base period. Clear? So here the first question, it is given 2017 and 2014 and we're asked to use 2017 as the base year here. So I want you all to take out your notebook and let's solve the sum. Question number 1. Practical question. Number 1. So we are asked to calculate simple aggregate method. So in simple aggregate method, since it is aggregate, so we will be using this formula. Okay, P1 by PO into 100. P0, you can say P0 by 100. So let us make a table, or you can make a table. I'll not make the table here. I'll just simply go ahead. Let's write down the commodity that is given. Commodity A, commodity B, C, D, and E. These are the commodities given. Price in 2017. In 2017, it's given A is 30, B is 25, C is 90, D is 15, E is 96. And price in 2014, it's given 40. Next is 28. After that is 108. It's 24 next. And for commodity E, it is 120. So whenever we're talking about the sigma, that means we have to add up all this. Right? Yes. Okay, so you have to add up all this and find. Now, listen, in the question it says take 2017 as the base year. So this is our P0 and this is our P1. Okay, so when it's base year, so you have to denote as 0, and if it is current year, you have to denote as 1. So in the question it is given that you have to use 2017 as the base year. So therefore, we're taking 2017 as PO. So sigma P0, if you sum up all this, you will get 256. Clear? And here sigma P1, that is current here, you will get 320. Now, let us apply the formula and find out the answer. I'm just going to write it down here. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to solve here in this corner. So now aggregate price index, simple aggregate price index. Now you can write P01 is equal to sigma P1 by sigma P0 into 100. This is the formula, right? So whatever we got here in P1, you just write it down, 320 divided by P0, you got 256 into 100. So if you multiply and subtract it, then you will get 125. So our price index for this question is 125. Okay, so now this is question number 1 is over. Now let's move on to question number 2. Now in question number 2, we are asked to calculate what? Average price relative index, right? The following, question number 2. The following are the price of commodities in 2006 and 2014. Calculate the price index based on the average price relative index method. So here the commodities are given, price is given of 2006 and 2014 is given. So, but it is not mentioned which year to use as a base year. So if the question is not mentioned to use the base year, we should always go for the later one. So we will take here as 2006 as the base year. All right. So let's solve question number 2 now. Question number 2. So we are going to solve with the formula that we'll be using here is average price relative index. So that is P1 by P0 into 100 divided by N, and here N is number of the commodities, right? Remember that. So let's write down the commodities again. Solution. Commodity. This is commodity A to F. A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now let's write down the price here. That is 2016. So we're going to take 2006. We're going to use this as a base here, okay? So just write P0 here. So, or you can write it below also, or you can write in the corner also, no issues. So let's write it here. Just do like this, yeah? So A, the price is 20, B is 45, C is 50, 60, 85, and 120. So this is for 2006. Now let's write 2014. So that is our current year. Prices are 30, 55, 75, 70, 90, and 130. So this is our price here, yeah, for the current year. Now here, since we are asked to calculate the relative price index, so we also have to we need another column for that. So just write here price relative. Okay, since we have to take out the sigma, that is the sum of all the price relatives, so we can, once we calculate everything, we can just take out the sum of it. Yeah. So how to calculate that? You just have to do P1 by, I'm not going to write it down here. We're just going to take it P1 by P0 into 100, right? So P1 by P0, that is 30 by 20. Now I'm going to show you one, and then the rest of it you can, although I will write down the answers, I want you to calculate it. Alright, so P1 is 30 by P0 is 20 into 100. So if you divide this, you will get 150. Okay, so 0, 0, 2, 5, 3, 5, 15 and 0, 150. Similarly, you have to do for the rest as well. 55 by 45 into 100. So if you keep on calculating it, you will get these answers. So the next one, you will get 122.22. For commodity C, you will get 150 again. Commodity D, you will get 116.67. E, you will get 105.88. And last one, you will get 108.33. So this is for all the commodities. So in order to get these answers, you have to keep on calculating all this. Okay, that is 55 by 45 into 100, 75 by 50 into 100, and all this. So now that you have the price and relative, what you can do is you can just get the sum. That is, sum is equal to sum of P1 by P0 into 100. This is the formula that you used here, right? Is equal to, if you add up all this now, you should get 753.1. That is 753.1. Now use this, the formula, and divide it by the number of commodities, and then you will get the answer of average price relative index. Yeah. So average price relative index P01 is equal to, write down the formula, P1 by P0 into 100 divided by N. Clear? So here, if you divide this one, put down the value that you got, 753.1 divided by number of commodities. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 commodities, right? A to F. So you should get 125.517, and that's your answer. Okay, so it's very simple. You just have the calculation of weighted price index is a little difficult, as in you will have to memorize the formula or understand the formula, but for unweighted, the formulas are very simple. Clear? So we have already finished the two methods. First one is simple aggregate method, the second one is average price relative method, and the third one is price relative, that is average price relative. Average. The third one, you are asked to calculate average price relative index number. So I want you to solve this question number 3 by yourself. Okay, question number 3 is homework for you. You're going to solve it exactly the same method that I've solved here. Clear? First thing, you have to write down a commodity, you have to write down the base year and the current year, and in the question, the base year is not given, so therefore you can use 2013 as the base year for question number 3. Okay, and 2017 will be your current year, and after which you have to find price relative. So here in price relative, you will have to calculate this way, that is P1 by P0 into 100. You have to take the value of the current year divided by the base year into 100, and you find out the value of price relative. Once you find out the price relative, you have to sum up everything, that is find the sum of all the price relatives of all the commodities. That is why we denote as sigma P1 by P0 into 100. Once you calculate this one, what you can do is you have to put it in a formula. Write down average price relative index and then denote the formula, put the value, divide by number of commodities. In question number 3, the commodity is 5 because wheat, rice, petrol, cloth and power. So there are 5 commodities. So you have to divide the sum by 5 commodities, and then you will get the answer. So the answer should be 132.448. Clear? So question number 3, once again, question number 3 is your homework. Clear? So now we will solve one more question, and with that, the first method of unweighted price index will be over. Okay, so we have already calculated two methods, that is aggregate method and the average price relative method. Now what we will do, we will find out question number. We will solve alright, so the simple method is not given in the question. So one more question, one more homework for you, that is question number 5. Question number 5 is also homework for you. Okay, so question number 5 also you have to calculate in simple aggregate method. So here for question number 3, the formula is this one, that is sigma P1 by P0 into 100 divided by n. This is the formula that you will use for question number 3. And for question number 5, you will use P01 is equal to sigma P1 by sigma P0 into 100. So this is the formula that you will use for question number 5. Okay, so in question number 5 as well, the base year is not given. Okay, the base year is given, taking 2012 as a base year. So your P0 will be 2012 price and P1 will be 2017 price. So for question number 5, you can refer to our previous solution, this solution. Okay, so this question is similar to question number. This is similar to question number 5. Question number 5. Okay, similar to question number 5. And the next one, this question, it is similar to question number 3. Similar to question number 3. Okay, so with this, we have come to the end of the first tutorial. And in the next tutorial, we shall discuss about the weighted price index. Clear? Alright, so I'll see you in the next tutorial. Take care.